Hello everybody and welcome into the SFA Season 19 Week 4 BearCave games. We have got a legendary slate for you guys here today. It's going to be an all-timer. We've got 4 top 12 matchups on the slate. We've got a user versus user game day. It's going to be a lot of fun. And how about the Baylor Bears going down to Boise State? Coach Dune finally getting a marquee victory with Major Pibb at quarterback. So big time week, a lot of movement. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But yeah, we got Coach Fi here, Cryo here, that there's a smoking bear. Yep. The BearCave overlay is elite in my opinion. Coach Keat is here with the Omahogs. As always, though, this is the SFA. It's an online dynasty, ran through Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. You can jump in anytime, claim an open team. You can set your schemes, recruit in the Discord, and build your way to a national championship. Links are in any of our descriptions if you do want to join. And if you are watching live, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you use that Twitch Prime sub so you don't miss out on any of the action. But yeah, big time day. And remember, guys, we have a home field apparel giveaway going on in the Discord. You have to be an active coach, so make sure to go to the announcements and enter it. It ends tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, so make sure you go and enter. It's literally free money, $100 to home field. That's enough for anything on the site pretty much, unless you go for like a crazy box or something. And no returning the item if it doesn't fit. If you return it, if you got the wrong size, that's your fucking fault. Do not return it. If you do, you will never be able to get one again, because Jay Jetta's ruined it for me. But as always, you can use code SFA for 15% off. Alright, so let's get on into the crazy slate here today. Poor Cryo. Cryo, you should drop some curse words on your high school streams. But I'm very excited for this slate from top to bottom. We got some big-time games, even though game day is a bit lackluster. But let's get on into it. Enough waffling around. If this is your first time here, BearCave is the 10 best games that are not game day, and we'll jump in to the end. If it's close, we'll watch it. If not, then we'll just sim right past. And today we start with Troy. Coming out of nowhere in the Sun Belt, they have been putting numbers up on everybody's domes. And then we also have Michigan, who already has a loss. So top team going down, very bottom team going up. So we'll see what happens here. We're kind of in that pretenders versus contender, pretender kind of part of the season. Is Florida Man with a sub. Thank you, Slime. 14 months, or 9 months since you came back. Let's go. 14 months total. So no users in this one, but remember, guys, to enter in the polls. Entering the polls is the best way to make Bobanos and earn raffle tickets and earn reward players. So today we start with Michigan minus 12. Can they cover the line on the road? Now, those guys who've been here a long time, Michigan has a history of going down south and losing these games. They've lost to ULM before. I think they've lost to a few other teams, maybe. So this should be interesting. Oh, man, you guys all talked about Jay Jetta's getting fired. He got slaughtered by Texas. Imagine losing to Texas. Couldn't be me. But yeah, Jay Jetta's struggling this year. I'm not sure what's going on over there. But let's jump on into the game. Michigan on the road, taking on Troy. Got 14 of you guys joining in. Thank you guys so much. Alright, so here we go. Michigan at Troy. Chance for Troy to put themselves on a national map. They were receiving votes in the top 25 this week. Veterans Memorial Stadium. We really haven't seen Troy relevant since the Clete Peppers era a couple of years ago. The birthplace of the slime. So can they keep it going? Trying to push Southern Miss for the Sun Belt. So first quarter, 3-0 here for Michigan. So very lackluster start for the Michigan men. They add a touchdown. Can Troy, where is this crazy offense we heard of? We had a safety and then bang, 2 in a row. And Michigan somehow has the lead, 15-14 at the break. Scorigami alert. I doubt we've ever had 15-14, but that's not going to stay. 22-29, Michigan shooting out of a cannon here. They're shooting ropes here down south. Can Troy respond? They do. They get one back, so they got to play some defense, and they do. Here comes Troy. They are currently covering the line, but they have eyes for an outright victory. Inside 5 minutes, they're on a drive. It's 4th and 10, and they have to punt. So we're going to see, can they get it done? 3rd down, no! So here we go, an 8-point game. We are jumping in here. 1st and 10, Troy needs a stop. Remember, we jump in if the game is close. Hand off to the outside, comes back inside, and he gets about 4. Troy needs to come up with something special here. David Montgomery, not the running back, the defensive tackle. So here we go, 2 tight ends set here for Michigan. Depleted Michigan roster with the departure of Mango. And pushing forward, Brett Williams gets the 1st down, and that is probably going to do it. One more 1st down should do it. I think right now if they stop him, they'll have to punt. So here we go, the handoff. Oh, it was a misdirection. They push him down. They need a fumble. A lot of time comes off the clock, 1:36. So that's right. If they can get the stop, they'll get the ball back with about 10 seconds left. Currently a no cover for Michigan. They are just going to sit on it. McMillan, the quarterback. Not too long ago, Michigan, folks, was the #1 seed in the nation. And they have completely fallen off here. 3rd and 9, what is the call? To win the game for Michigan. The handoff, and they are swarmed. So Troy will get their chance. We have an injury timeout. This could be big if they make them take a timeout here. I'm not sure if that's in the game. It doesn't look like it is. So Michigan kind of bailed out there. The running back goes down. We'll have to check on the injury tomorrow. Remember, guys, we have a new injury portal. You guys need to check up on it. We have a ton of SFA injuries so far this year. And I'm working on a way of visually showing which ones are SFA players. But nonetheless, can Troy do the unthinkable? They have this return in probably 1 additional play. Maybe 2. So down by 8, they need a touchdown and the 2-point conversion. They currently have the cover. Can Troy get it done? This would be a massive non-conference victory. 4-man rush. He has time. He yams it deep left-hand side. It has a chance, and it's incomplete. 3 seconds left. Mike Morris, 14 of 40. Holy cow. Somebody call Lubbock. We got a Concepcion line over here. Last play of the game for Troy. He yams it deep down the seam. 3-on-1 tipped away, and Michigan will survive, but they will not cover. So congratulations to the Troy bettors. You guys are cashing out the 36% of the money. But Michigan gets it in the win column. It's a nice little start to the day. It's always nice when these early games go to a live finish, because the rest of this slate is absolutely incredible. After you get past that stinky Wisconsin game, then you get to the real meat on the bone. And remember, guys, we have Cyhawk today. Arguably the greatest SFA rivalry out there. So we got tons of stuff going on. This is an all-time BearCave slate. The setup is immaculate. All right, we always check out the stats of every game. No Finley Coulter touchdowns there, Coach Fi. Travis McMillan, 16 of 30, 253 and a tutty. Brett Williams, 124 and a touchdown. And Coulter went 3 for 45. On defense, 2 TFLs and 2 sacks for Meatball, the SFA legend. 2 interceptions for Xavier Shelton. Some deflections and no fumbles. For Troy, it was Mike Morris, 14 of 41, 121, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Run the ball, Kevin Brown. They were just slightly outmatched. They still managed to put up a fight, though. I think this is a team that could really compete in the Sun Belt. Going to be interesting to see what happens with this team down the stretch. So keep your eye on the Troy Trojans. So let's check out the players of the game. They do cover that 12-point line. Players of the game right here. So a Michigan no cover for those of you guys scoring your BearCaves at home. And we will continue. So now we just go a little bit over to the Conference USA. What historically would be a great user versus user matchup. Both coaches just completely ran away at the first sign of adversity here. Coach Mush ran to LSU, and now they're only beating South Carolina in OT. And Dogwater's going to Northwestern, about to get his shit splattered by a pickle. So it's a 2.5-point favorite here for UTSA. I think that's a little, I mean, in my personal opinion, that's a little low for UTSA. But once again, not a full user team anymore. Same thing with here for SMU. They're trying to finally put it all together. It felt like they're just missing a couple of pieces. So who are you rocking with, UTSA or SMU? Hot tuna tacos tonight. It really depends what kind of tuna are you doing. Are you doing like an ahi tuna, like a sushi quality, or are you doing like canned nasty tuna? Because that sounds horrific there, Chef Moose, if you're going with that canned stuff. Yeah, Chef Moose, maybe his worst message of all time, tuna tacos. It is National Taco Day, apparently. So nobody wants anything on this game. Interesting. Nobody putting their Bobinos down. Everybody's scared of the UTSA line. That boy trying to claim UTSA. We're not in San Antonio anymore, folks. UTSA is going to win it all. I'm going to make sure of it. And we have got rain down here in Dallas, Fort Worth. UTSA, SMU, live and in color. Tons of SFA players on both sides. It's going to be an interesting game. As always, we'll go heads and kick for the away team. So here we go. Day, night. Kang Centora, SFA quarterback matchup. UTSA strikes first. SMU responds. Deadlocked after one. We go to the second. UTSA drives. They're not doing anything. They finally punch home. They get a second one. SMU does respond, but they're down 7 at the break. Entering the third quarter here. Here comes SMU. They tie it up, and they take the lead. That's 21 unanswered here as we enter the fourth quarter. They have the lead at home. We're going to go one drive at a time. UTSA, a long one. They get it. So going back and forth, bar for bar, line for line, 4 touchdowns apiece. They're on the goal. UTSA takes the lead. So now SMU, they've got to do something here. Game coming to an end. They're in a... Oh my gosh, they're killing themselves with these penalties. Remember, we cannot jump in unless we get down to the 2-minute warning. Here we go. Inside the 20. Can SMU tie the game? Kang Centora. The handoff. It's a delayed give up the gut, pushing forward. First down, SMU. Leon Gilbert, his second carry. So looking like maybe the backup running back here. First and goal. Under center for the Stangs. The jet sweep to the edge and a big time hit. T-bone it is. The SFA player taking the carry. Former athlete. Never really got to see him do anything since Coach Mush fled to LSU. Second and goal. When you can still enter for games that haven't been done yet as we throw it out the back of the end zone. King Centura having a decent day. So here we go, third and goal. Can UTSA find a goal line stand? Still a couple of SFA players out here. King steps up. He's going to go for run. No, he's not. He gets sacked from behind. Adrian Dockery, the SFA player. So fourth and goal, game pretty much on the line. They still have those timeouts in their back pocket. But all they need is 3 yards. The call for Kane. Centura over the middle. He's going to be short. The goal line stand for UTSA. So now can Day Night get them out of a jam? A couple of first downs will give them the win. Handoff here. Jerron Flavors is a safety. We've got a safety on BearCave. Jaden John, the SFA player. Holy Toledo. UTSA pooping their pants here. Jaden John, the SFA player, gives SMU life. And now a touchdown will win the game for SMU. Not often we see a safety here, folks. So down by 5, here comes King Centura. They are in yam range already, 61 yards away. King, clean pocket, he takes off. They have a spy, River Elliott with the massive hit. Surprised that's not a fumble in the rain. King Centura hanging on for dear life. 2nd and 6. Kang takes off again. He has room. It's a first down slide. So across the 50, here comes SMU. T-bone top of the screen. 1st and 10. Kang yams it deep towards T-bone. Tipped away. Almost intercepted. Fred Daniels in the area. 2nd and 10 now. A minute left. King Centura dumps that one off. Out of bounds. No. So clock continues to roll. They take that timeout. 3rd and 2. Field goal doesn't do anything for you. You got to go for it. What is the call for the Stangs? Delayed give. Not going to work. It's 4th down again. Game officially on the line. Can the UTSA defense deliver again? Down by 5. It is a must-get here for SMU. What is the call? The snap. It's contained. Centura has all day, and he finds a man. First down. They're inside the 20. He's still going. Jamal Walker. SMU giving new life. Here they come. 1st and 10 from the 19. Kang takes off, finds a hole, breaks a tackle, stumbles for 3. The clock is ticking. Tick, 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 tick. 30 seconds left. 4 wide. The snap. It's Kang. He takes off. They're trying to strip him. 3rd and 7. Clock is ticking again. All the clock coming off. 15 seconds here. You gotta throw the ball. 3rd and 7. He takes off again. It's gonna end the game. They had that timeout, I guess, so they're gonna take it. But game now officially on the line. 9 seconds left. The snap. Oh no, the dump off, that's gonna do it! UTSA survives the defense with 2 4th down stops. Kang Santora pooping his pants in the final minute. Not the best way to end the game for SMU fans. Kang Centauri, he tested the portal, decided to stay. Maybe some fans wishing they would have gone. That's going to be a UTSA cover. It was very hairy there for a while, but they got it done. Holy Toledo. So 35-30 is your final here in the rain. UTSA remains unbeaten. Cross-divisional matchup. Not ideal for Texas State lovers. So 35-30. Come on. I don't want to see all these pictures of these fatties. Come on, boys. There we go. So Day Night having a big-time game. 22 of 39, 387, 3 touchdowns. He added 2 touchdowns on the ground, so a 5 TD day for Day Night. Bakari to Django, it was always Bakari. It was always Bakari. On defense, 4 TFLs for Adrian Dockery, 2 total sacks. The interception for Noah Smith, a true freshman. 4 deflections, the fumble for River Elliott. He did recover. And SMU, Kang Santora, 31 of 49, 381, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. They really relied on him as nobody else could really get it done. Receiving, T-Bone had 7 catches. Ches Northcutt, the SFA player, had 6. On defense, Jaden John with the safety, but it just wasn't enough. 2 sacks. 3 deflections, the fumble for Sean Harris, and that will do it. So, 5-point win for UTSA. So UTSA cover for those of you guys following along on your BearCaves. And we move on. So now we take a trip to the ACC. We've got a bit of a long BearCave already brewing, as Miami goes to North Carolina, who's at one point looked beatable against North Carolina. But then on the other hand, they dome shot at Auburn and nuked their entire program 41-0 on game day. So not sure which version of UNC we're going to get, but it is a touchdown favorite here for the Tar Heels. Sir Laxus, Brio, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. Coach Eisen, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive as well. So get those babanas cooking. A lot of confident people here on North Carolina. Oh, Dogwater putting 6K on Miami. Oh, no. Surely Miami will do good things for Dogwater. Surely. A lot of bettors on this game. Oh, baby. Very even. So I guess the spread hit home with you guys. And yeah, I guess Miami's had good defense so far this year. 17K, 7K, my God. A lot of money on the line. Here we go. Keenan Memorial. At least all we know is UNC will do better than real life. $10 for Coach Flame, trying to make up for a Boise State loss. And a quick score for Miami. Already more points in the first minute than Auburn in 60. It's 14-0 in the blink of an eye. Is UNC on the ropes, folks? Oh my God. UNC, they only have 3 points at half. It's 14-3, folks. 14-3 at 21-3. UNC, what is happening? Bob Rubchaw, Big Bible Bob. 24-3. What is this offense? Going back to his Auburn roots. There's just no offense. Miami, they're putting the pickle right into you. 31-3. An absolute splattering here in Chapel Hill. An absolute shocker. The top 5 team goes down. A Miami outright, an emphatic outright, 30%. Oh my God, what a result. What a result from Miami. Sycamore crowd is 16 of 32, 13, 1 touchdown, 2 picks, and they still slaughtered them. Harrington had a touchdown. This offense didn't even play that well. What is happening to UNC? This defense, Jeremy King, 6 TFLs, they dominated the line of scrimmage, but they had no sacks. 3 deflections, a fumble, but what happened, Bob? Big Bible Bob, 16 of 34. 208, my God. No run game to speak of. An absolute shocker here in Chapel Hill. Maybe they are playing like real life, UNC. 4 TFLs, the sack for Reaper Exum, a couple of picks, but that's about it. My God. Cordell Spicer. What an absolute smack. So the shocker of the day, and we haven't even gotten to the big-time matchups. I thought that Boise State would be the shocker of the day, but hello, Miami, outright victory. Coach Eisen, he is cooking. Oh, man, and now surely the next game is going to go according to plan, surely. As next up, we've got Notre Dame at Alabama. An absolute shit show about to unfold here. Cryo and Yui. Yui, if you're here, let me know, kick or receive, heads or tails. This is a 2-point favorite for Notre Dame on the road. We saw Alabama struggle with Texas Tech, of all teams, in the watch party last week. Who are you rocking with? The 2-point favorite? So in terms of jerseys, Yui wants traditional aways. And I haven't seen anything from Cryo yet. Cryo regular home. So, of course, 2 of the most bland universities in the nation going with their bland views. Alright, I don't see any Yui, so Cryo, I do see you. Kick or receive? Surely Alabama gets it done. Mr. Born on third. Kick or receive? Cryo doesn't even know how to spell kick. Here we go. Notre Dame taking on Alabama. Yeah, but see, Cryo, you even misspelled that. Oh, no. Shout out to Kick, the messaging app of middle school. So here we go. Bryant Denny, the Catholics come to town. Will Cryo get his choice? No, he won't. He'll have to receive it. Zeros on the clock. Can Notre Dame stun them? They are ranked. It's 7-7, the slight favorite on the road, but we are deadlocked after one. Alabama takes the lead at home. Notre Dame struggling here. It's 21-14. They need to get on their horse. It's a 10-point lead. Not looking good for Notre Dame. They got to get this back. They had a field goal, and they tie it up at the end of the third. Big-time quarter there for Notre Dame. And now they take the lead. Oh, no, Cryo. 10-point blown. Hello? Oh, a long drive for Alabama. Here comes Notre Dame. Long drive to end the game is what they're thinking. It's 3rd and 10. It's 4th down. We're going to watch it. And they are punting. Yui, what are you doing? Oh, no. This is the old Dolphins punt. So they're going to trust the defense. So Cryo can end this one here with a couple of first downs. Notre Dame has all those timeouts. So are we going to see Rico Giraldo be able to dome shot Cryo, the man who made him? Well, they got to trust the defense here. They got to get it back. Alabama does have a good defense, or a good running back. We saw him in the watch party. Delayed give there, and he is stifled. Only 100 yards rushing today. Ernie Weidler on the tackle, the LA Tech transfer. So goal line set here for Alabama. The handoff to the outside. Can he get that first down? They knock him down. It's Chris Nicholson in. So I guess Bird is out. But now a big 3rd down. They got to force a negative play. Can Notre Dame get the ball back? Not looking good here. The handoff. They got to make a play. He does! He does! Notre Dame gets their chance. They set the edge, forced him back inside, and he tripped over his own man. So Notre Dame gets a chance to not only win, but cover. Enrico Giraldo trying to dome shot Cryo, the man that made him. The 5-star quarterback, #1 player in the season 18 class, the IGR class. How is this one gonna unfold? Coach Cryo on the ropes. Yam range all ready for Yui. Dumps it off. It is a screen pass. A lot of room and a first down for Notre Dame. Pat Green on the reception. Rico Giraldo, 19 of 34, 285 and a score. 40 yards away. Plenty of time. No timeouts. 5-man rush. He yams it deep right-hand side. Open man diving grab. Touchdown Notre Dame. What a throw! An absolute yam! The Yam Mary from Notre Dame! But did they give Alabama too much time? Currently now covering is Notre Dame. It might just be his welcome to the SFA moment for Rico Giraldo. See one of the next greats. Theo Morton, the SFA player. Yams legend. So 34-31. 3 timeouts left. All they need is a field goal. Pistol form, all-out blitz here. They're going to get to him, but he finds an escape route, and there he goes up to the 40. Somehow Jeff Newton escaped. Looking like Isaac Newton the way he bobs and weaves. First down. Newton dumps it off, runs over a man, and he gets 4. Mike Gallagher. They use their first timeout. They want to talk about it. 2nd and 6. As time, yams it deep and knocked away. No, he hung on. Nate Slater. A massive catch over the middle from the hospital ball. And they are in business. Fringe field goal range now, but they're looking for 7. Jeff Newton yams it down the seam, and he connects with Gallagher again. Another hospital ball. He's loving these hospital balls today. Massive drive for Alabama. Notre Dame notorious for these back and forth endings. Newton takes off, he spins, and down he goes. Clock continues to tick away. Jermaine Rucker with the sack. A fantastic game so far at Bryant-Denny. Inside the 30. They'll just hand it to Nicholson. Looks like they might be okay with just taking the field goal here. Notre Dame cannot stop the clock. They are going to hurry this up, though. 3rd and 11. Deep drop for Newton. Newton yams it to the end zone. 50-50, incomplete. It's the North Texas transfer, Dorian Lennox Lee. The Denton Fatty. So to tie the game, it's a 43-yard field goal from left hash. For Alabama, the kick, it's up and it is off the upright. No good! Alabama! Not like this, Huey survives. And more importantly, she covers. Disaster here for Alabama. I cannot wait for the cryo meltdown on podcast. I cannot wait. So Notre Dame gets it done, 34-31. Notre Dame cover. Incredible. Born on 3rd is now 2-2 at the helm of Alabama. This is why you recruit SFA kickers, folks, as Rico Giraldo, an absolute yam to Freddie Perry to win the game. Mush, I'm going to pretend you didn't send that message. Gonna pretend you did not send that message. Flame, you're definitely not washed. Well, it hasn't been your year. So 34-31 is the final. A very fun back-and-forth game. Diego Ronquillo is the difference. Jeff Newton, 26-42, 347, 3 tutties. Nicholson, 71 yards on the ground. Bird left after 8 carries. Edson had 1 catch. Let's go. On defense, 3 guys had 10-plus tackles. TFLs all over the board. No sacks, so they couldn't get any pressure. And no fumbles. For Notre Dame, Rico Giraldo, 20-35, 325, 2 tutties. Running the ball, it was Green. Micah Manners had 2 carries. Freddie Perry with the winner. And a couple of, or just the 1 sack here today, and no interceptions. Very clean game from both sides. Couple deflections, and the 1 fumble was not recovered. And that will do it. So 34-31 is your final. A Notre Dame cover for those of you guys following along at home. Remember, guys, we still have 4 top 12 matchups coming your way, including the Cyhawk game. The SFA Classic, of course. And then we also have a game day between Texas Tech and, what's their name? Northwestern. So next up, though, 2 teams that are very, very interesting. On one side, you have one of the hottest teams in the nation, Arkansas, and Coach Keat with the Omaha Hogs against Fresno State. On paper, one of the best teams in the country, but at this point, they're 1-2 unranked. Who do you got? Fresno State still is ranked at home. Or still favored, I mean, at home. Fresno is a 3-point favorite. So who do you guys got? Coach Key, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. He's going with the second anthracite. And I do not see Kennelly here. So I don't have anything from Kennelly. So Kennelly, if you are here, let me know. Otherwise, we'll just be going with the white versus the anthracite. Heads in kick for Coach Keat. Alrighty, let's get her done. Apparently the best offense and the best defense. That's what playing Hawaii will do to you. So we've got rain here in California. Coach Keat taking on Coach Kennelly. 3-point spread. So this is just the Hawaii Bowl, is what we're saying. Bulldog Stadium. So heads and kick here for Coach Keat. The Omaha Hogs will be in the top 10 with a win today. 7-0 for Fresno. Uh-oh, here comes Conrad Gatterbum. 7-0 start. The Omaha Hogs doing absolutely nothing. We've barely been on the plus side of the field for the Omaha Hogs. It's 10-0. They haven't have they even had it in plus territory? It's 17-0. The fraudulent Omaha Hogs are getting strucken down. Can they find a way to get back? It doesn't look good. Not like this, Omaha Hogs. Oh, they have gotten both 2-point conversions and a long score. A 78-yarder right to the forehead. Not like this. We cannot jump in yet because it's a 2-score game. They've got to punch it in here. Can they do it? Yes, they do. Still a 9-point game. All right, so 31-23. The onside kick for Arkansas. Can they get the ball back? And that goes way out! Way out! And it's a flag on the Omahags. Oh no, Arkansas, what are you doing?
Still first down.
So now they got to rely on the timeouts. In plus territory, it's not looking good. Can Conrad Gatterbum give them life? He keeps it on the ground. It's Gatterbum. He breaks a tackle. Gatterbum's gonna splatter the Hogs. First and goal. They're throwing it. Oh no. Oh no! Oh, Joe Fields almost. Why are you throwing it? I thought that would have been such a great run for Gatterdam if he would have gotten into the end zone. All right, goal line formation, second and goal. Floaties open, touchdown, Fresno State. They wanted the 2-score lead. So the Omahags, it's not looking good. We got to go back to the sim. But a fun game nonetheless. So 38-23. Can they get one back? An interception from Danny Omaha, and that should do it. Fresno State wins it at the horn. Shout out Chance Finnegan, 21 yards. So that is a Fresno cover. A much-needed victory here for Fresno State. A tough couple of weeks for them. They get a big one back. And oh no, folks. Wisconsin is next. What a run. If only he would have gotten in the end zone here. That would have been incredible. Oh, or if he would have freaking picked that off. It was there. It was there. What a game. All right, so looking at the scoring summary, we had Tyon Flair with a return punt at least. That's kind of fun. Danny Omaha, 25-48, 299, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Dier Redu, 4.6 a carry. Bork Buns lead the way at receiver. And Denzel Hogan, 10 TFLs off the edges, and they still couldn't do anything. Only 1 sack, no interceptions. Just not enough here for the Omahags. As Gatterbum, 257, 3 touchdowns. And David Williams in relief for Borb, 151 and 2 tutties as well. Jelani McCray, 7 for 60. And on defense, they played him well. Couple of TFLs. 1 sack for Rip Hauser, 2 interceptions. 2 forced fumbles, so it was the turnovers that looked like got the Omahags here tonight. We got 20 viewers right now on BearCave. Thank you guys for joining in. We've got 4 top 12 matchups on deck. Right after this next matchup, we just got to go kill the Wildcats here, and then we can get to your regularly scheduled programming. So Florida man, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. As this is a Fresno cover for those of you guys betting at home. As we move on. So Wisconsin has blown 2 fourth-quarter leads here on BearCave. We've only had BearCave games, apparently. And we are starting a new quarterback. So Courtney Quinn is now the quarterback here today. We're just trying to get one to go through the hoop. So Florida man looks like he wants all white with white alt helmets. All right. All white here for the Wildcats. That means we're going to be wearing our beauties. I get to pick heads or tails, kick or receive. That's beautiful. And this is a 3-point favorite for the Baddies. So do you trust in your Wisconsin Baddies? Can we finally get a win? The Battle of the Beatens. No, my quarterback situation, they're very close in overall. Jim Jones is fine, but I just needed a spark, and Courtney Quinn gives us a little bit more upside in the running game. So it's not permanent, but I just needed to change something because back-to-back fourth-quarter blown leads, something's got to change. The Baddies versus the Fatties. That was last week, and we blew a 13-point lead to stupid Texas, so no thanks. So here we go, live and in color, the Wisconsin Baddies looking for a win. The brutal non-conference finally coming to an end. I'm never doing it again. We have the 105th scoring offense. We are so good. Surely Thurl Slockbauer is going to do something here today. Surely. Stealing Baylor players is not what it used to be, apparently. So I'm going to go heads and kick for myself. Come on, boys! Bang! Bang! We win the toss. Here we go. We cannot start 0-4. I cannot lose to Florida man. I was originally supposed to be facing UTEP here, but of course it gets changed to a Power 4 team, but we get a touchdown. That's what you like to see, boys. No! Stop it. Do not let this game be close! Thank you! We are a better team! Oh my gosh. Oh my god, we're losing. We are a better team! Oh my god. I'm in shambles. I'm gonna retire. I'm going to retire. I'm going to retire. This is brutal. Where's the defense? They're just dominating me. Can't even score. I just lost by 14 to the worst coach in the SFA. Oh my god. Can't even crash out. There's nothing to crash out about. We suck ass. Like, he played fine. Why did I ever come back to coaching? Benson, 2028, 327, 2 touchdowns. Hate to break it to you, Mike, but Courtney Quinn scored more points than Jim Jones ever did. This is, I don't know what happened. This is just horrible. A lot of sacks. My offensive line apparently sucks. Sorry, Day Night will save us. Day Night will save us. 15 to 27, 239, 6 for... I mean, it's just... It is what it is. Kansas State outright. What nerves? It's fucking Kansas State. Oh, you're talking about nerves for your games. I thought you were talking about my shit quarterback. Oh, I'm so upset. Whatever. Whatever. Okay, so now we start the real fun of the day. We get the Wisconsin shitter out of the way. Alright, so Georgia Tech, a 2-point favorite here. On the road against the greatest defense of all time, apparently. So let's see. Georgia Tech, are you rocking with them? -2, or are you rocking with Texas State +2? Get those Bobinas in, folks. So for Coach Phi, he wants white helmet, maroon jersey, and the white pant. And for Mike, he wants navy. Navy. Now, is there a navy helmet? That is the question. White helmet. Alright, Mike, heads and receive. Okay. So here we go. Georgia Tech, Texas State. Top 12 matchup. Both undefeated. Georgia Tech trying to get back into national relevancy. Texas State trying to stay there. Here we go, Texas State on home turf. So heads and receive. Oh my, we got navy and maroon. Long drive to start it out. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. That's what you like to see against a defense of this stature. 14-0 in the blink of an eye. But nice response here for Texas State, but no points. That was a long drive. No points again. Georgia Tech standing on their head here. Abysmal first half for Texas State. 14-0. They got to go back to the drawing board here. And 21-0 now. Not looking good for State fans. They get one back. Can they get another? No, they cannot. So fourth quarter is upon us. Down by 2 scores. They've got to punt it. Last chance here. They got to put up a drive, and they don't. We're just kind of trading 3 and outs at this point. One score will likely win it, and field goal is no good. So this is your last chance. 4th and 9. They got to go for it, and they do not get it. So here comes Georgia Tech. Cannot jump in unless it gets to 1 score and a touchdown for Rodney Rose. So 28-7. Texas State getting smoked here at home. The offense has just been bludgeoned. And that should do it. Georgia Tech with the cover on the road. They have come to play this year. So 34% we're rocking with Georgia Tech there. Big time upset. And they played exactly the way they wanted to. Very long drives. 14-23, 202 for Kai Oyama. He led the way in carries. They didn't even really carry it all that much. Like, the longest carry was 17 yards, but they just moved the ball over and over again. On defense, a lot of TFLs. The 1 sack, no interceptions, 2 deflections, and no fumbles. For Coach Fi, 2B Sloot, 13 of 28, 180, 1 touchdown. A.O. Clement, 30 for 72. He just could not get it going. And they couldn't really get much going. They got a few big plays here through the air, but nothing was substantial. They couldn't rely on anything there. TFLs, 1 total sack from Shondell Cook. No interceptions. 2 deflections, the fumble for Austin, and the recovery. So Georgia Tech with the cover there. We'll see how the national media handles that loss for Texas State. Are they washed? Who knows? But that is a Georgia Tech cover. Those of you guys scoring at home. So let's keep it going here. We've got 3 more games on the slate. We've got Florida State and Penn State up next. Jackie Moon, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive, as you are the road team, number 5 in the nation. Tough loss to Arizona. Penn State looking great with Thad Russell. So this is a 4.5 point favorite for Florida State. Tails kick traditional unis. Alrighty, and then what did Dave want? Regular homes. Alright, tails and kick. So big time matchup for Florida State. Got to go on the road. Do not want to take a second loss, because then all of a sudden you might be on the outside looking in the at-large conversation, so then you might have to win the ACC, which may not be too difficult, but... So here we go. Florida State. Penn State. Surely things will go better in this game for Penn State than they've been going in real life the last couple of weeks. So here we go. Top 8 matchup, Beaver Stadium out at State College. Tails and kick for the Seminoles. (7-0) lead, quick strike for Florida State. Penn State trying to get that response, and Thad Russell can't do it quite yet. They settle for 3. It's 10-3. Penn State, they tie it up. That's huge. You got to get this crowd involved. Gutierrez in that Heisman conversation as well. But, man, Florida State just killing them right now. It's a 3-score game. Not like this, Penn State. No! A 92-yarder to Vivek. Penn State just got hit with 28-0. And this is just going to be a dome shot. Oh, no, man. The road teams are coming in and having their way. 41-17 is the final. FSU with the cover. How about these ACC teams? (41-17) is your final. Ben Brothers went off with Webb. Ben Brothers 15 of 22, 291, 5 touchdowns. Running the ball, Shady, Vivek. And how about Vivek getting a 92-yard touchdown there to put the game away? Traylon Calhoun, 13 tackles, 4 TFLs, 2 sacks, no interceptions. Couple deflections. No fumbles. And for Thad Russell, how did he play? 23 of 46, 281, 1 touchdown. Not the greatest. Gutierrez, 106. But luckily, this is non-conference play. They are still in good shape heading into head into conference play here. No interceptions. And no fumbles. So 41-17. Tough pill to swallow here for the State College fans. Oh, man. This might be a very quick BearCave finish. It was looking like it'd be a long slate, but all of a sudden these big games have been pretty stinky. So Florida State cover. So just 2 games left. Now we go back down south to good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. So Coach Tribe taking on Coach Nick. This is the pick'em for the day. So who do you got? Who wins? It's a true pick'em. Are you rocking with 10 or are you rocking with UF? Minute on the clock. Get those Bobinas going. Florida versus Tennessee. So Nick going all orange. Tribe going hold on, my thing glitching. Why is my controller glitching right now, bro? Okay. We're going all orange. Sorry, a little bit of a technical difficulty here. Stupid frickin' controller. Alright. So the all orange versus the all blue. Beautiful. Tribe, if you're here, heads or tails, kick or receive. I do not see him. So here we go. The true pick'em, Florida and Tennessee. 3rd Saturday in October. Even though I think that was wrong. Or is this the cocktail party one? I don't know. They have a bunch of weird names for these games. So here we go, down in Neyland. Critical conference matchup very early on in the season. The 2 favorites in the division and the entire conference here. So first quarter, and Florida strikes first. Tennessee gets one back. Very even first quarter, very impactful first quarter. 14-10 now. Florida retakes the lead. They're going bar for bar early. 21-17, Wobbles time. Wobbles and his hitches. Florida takes the lead. 24-21, 27-21. Not looking good here. Tennessee on the ropes. And they add one. Remember, we cannot jump in unless Tennessee gets back within a score here. 9-point game. They could bludgeon them here. It's 4th down. They add 3. 2-score game. Tennessee has to have it right here, right now. And they just don't. They just don't. They finally get a good play. Can they get one back here at the end? And no! An absolute flabbergasting of a game for Tennessee, and they go down. That's a Florida outright victory. Congratulations, Coach Tribe. All these road teams in these top 12 games. How about that? All of these road teams going off. Jamar Cotton getting into the end zone. Matt Tremblay, 24-38, 348, 2 touchdowns. How about his start to the year? Roderick Black, 139 and a score. Rashawn Glover, 14 tackles, 3 TFLs for Woods, no sacks. And no fumbles. They just played a good game. For Tennessee, John Wobbles, 26 of 36, 361 touchdown. Brett Sims, they just could not run the ball here today. My goodness. Ford and all had a couple of good plays, but my, oh my, Miss American Pie. Tennessee goes down emphatically at home. All the home teams are sad today. And that will do it. 33-21 is your final. We got one more game. The age-old Cyhawk. If there is one rivalry, if there is one game that can sum up the SFA, it is the Cyhawk game. Currently, the world runs through Iowa. So for those guys scoring at home, it's UF outright. Had Iowa not stunk it up last week, this would be a 1 versus 2 matchup. So Jarkus, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. As here we go. 1 versus 9. This is a 6-point favorite for the road team. So are you rocking with Iowa State or Iowa? We've seen the Cyhawk quite a bit throughout the years, but the last couple of years has been super impactful. Schwartz is here. He wants... Or no, it's Jarkus. Schwartz, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. Otherwise, I got to rock with Jarkus. So I'll give you a second here. Alright, so here we go. Cyhawk time. Some are saying this decides the national championship winner. The best offense in the nation behind Clete Peppers. We saw them in the New Heights Classic. Double OT with Washington, and we've got rain. Dash Dixie, get ready for 50 carries in the mud. Jarkus and Schwartz, here we go. Cyhawk on the line, Kinnick Stadium. First quarter, and Iowa State strikes first. But here comes... No, it's Iowa State again! 14-0 in the blink of an eye. Not like this. They get one back. They're hanging in there. 17... Oh, no. That's a defensive score or something. It's a 14-point game at halftime. Not looking good for the Cyhawk. Iowa, hold on, Iowa! Iowa, don't do this to me. Don't make me believe it's Kalen Winans with the ball. Long drive, and he does nothing with it. Oh, no, there it is. Pass to Ray J. Stinky Butler. Dude should be like a 3-year NFL vet by now, but instead he's still in college. Can they get one back here? 30-17. It's 4th and 13. And they don't get it. So going one play at a time. I just can't jump in yet. We got to get it back to one-score game. But Greg Cooper is finishing him off. And there it is. So ISU with the cover. Down goes Iowa. And all the road teams win here on BearCave in the top 12 matchups. So I guess a 67-yard run to start it. So I guess no defensive score. So Cleet Peppers, 16-24, 252, 1 touchdown. Greg Cooper had 160 and 2 touchdowns. Ray J. Butler, 71. Shaq Madison leading the way in tackles. And for Iowa, Miguel Eller, 18-36, 252, 1 touchdown. Dixie had 37 carries, 129, and a score. Ziggy Tozama leads the way in tackles. No sacks, no interceptions. 3 deflections. The fumble for Kalen Winans. And that will do it. 30-17 here in the Cyhawk. And I believe that will do it here. We just got to check to make sure all games have been simmed. And then we'll preview Week 5 here in the SFA. So we got one game left in the week. Somehow out of all that, the craziest thing was Miami winning. So this will be our game day coming up here in a couple of minutes. Rest of the games are same to Week 5 up next week. SMU, Texas State, Nebraska, Northwestern. Omahags versus Georgia. Iowa State, Arizona. Ooh, baby. We got Penn State, Iowa. Hell yeah. Washington, Oregon. Alright, so those are the games. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be back in about 5 minutes for game day, where Northwestern takes on Texas Tech. We'll be right back.